Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're stepping away from the tired cliches and examining the true architecture of human resilience. We're going to explore the mechanics of the mind, really pulling apart the psychology behind life satisfaction to uncover what positivity actually is and, just as importantly, what it isn't. Look, if you're completely exhausted by the whole good vibes only culture, trust me, you are not alone. For a lot of us, being told to simply stay positive when we're facing real adversity feels dismissive. It feels out of touch and, honestly, a little bit toxic. It's like we're being asked to slap this fake, cheerful filter over a reality that is genuinely difficult. But what if our modern definition of positivity is just completely wrong? So, here is the key anchor I want us to hold onto throughout our exploration today. Positivity doesn't erase reality. It just changes how that reality is processed. It's absolutely not some magical mood that sweeps away difficulty. Instead, it's a highly practical psychological system. Drawing from the fascinating Yarra crash course on positivity and life satisfaction, we can actually apply a systems engineering approach to the brain. Think of the mind less like a passive mirror just reflecting the world, and more like a complex camera or even a powerful engine operating with a very specific set of internal settings and dials. When we talk about positivity, we're really talking about shifting the inner machinery of the mind. Specifically, we're adjusting three primary dials: attention, interpretation, and recovery. Positivity doesn't just replace hard events with easy ones. It simply changes what your mind notices first, what it assumes a situation means, and how long a setback keeps hurting. Let's look at that very first dial, attention. The mind is always selecting a tiny slice of reality because, well, it literally can't take in everything at once. Think of attention kind of like a flashlight in a dark room. A negative state operates like a narrow beam, scanning almost automatically for danger, failure, or broken parts. A positive mindset doesn't magically make the room brighter. It simply broadens the beam, revealing the options, the support, and the progress you might have otherwise totally missed. But noticing something? That's really only the beginning. Your mind then has to decide what it all means. And this brings us right to interpretation. The exact same event, let's say a mistake, can be interpreted as, I am failing, or it can be edited to mean, I am learning. The objective facts of the mistake overlap perfectly, but the meaning you attach to it changes your entire emotional response downstream. We actually see this rapid contrast everywhere in life. A really difficult week can be read as, everything is collapsing, or it can be processed as, this is a stretch, not a verdict. It's basically like reading two different newspaper headlines describing the exact same event. Positivity works by making the mind a bit less likely to choose the most threatening interpretation by default. It's not about being naive at all. It's just about not rushing to the absolute harshest conclusion. Okay, bringing us to the third dial, emotional recovery or resilience. Events leave traces, kind of like ripples in a pond. The question isn't whether the ripples happen, because they definitely do, but rather how long they keep moving. If you face a setback, a rigid mindset is like a stiff object in the wind. The strain just makes it snap. But positivity offers emotional flexibility. It's the flexible tree that bends in the storm and returns to its shape. It frames setbacks as temporary disruptions, not these permanent identity-shattering events. And this actually brings us to a pretty profound metaphor. Think about it like this. If emotions are weather, satisfaction is the climate. Weather changes hour by hour. You're going to have storms, rain, and generally difficult days. But climate? That's the longer pattern that emerges over time. Life satisfaction isn't built from never feeling bad. It's the long-term climate built from how your mind repeatedly answers the question, is my life basically moving somewhere? When we pull all of this together into a structured mental map, you can really see the whole system working in sync. Attention notices options and shapes what feels real. Interpretation chooses less threatening meanings and shapes your emotional reaction. Recovery helps setbacks fade, shaping whether life feels manageable. When these three processes tilt in a positive direction, you literally start collecting completely different evidence about your life. And this accumulation matters. Why? Because coherence is calming, while randomness is just exhausting. Without positivity, every difficult moment feels like a random disconnected hit, basically proving that everything is unstable. But a positive mind builds continuity. Think of your life like a necklace. The individual hard moments are the beads, but positivity is the continuous thread connecting them all together. It tells your mind, hey, this is a bad moment, not a bad life. Now, we absolutely have to be honest about the limits of this system. There is a massive difference between constructive positivity and false positivity.
Constructive positivity says, this is hard but workable. It keeps you engaged with reality. False positivity, that toxic denial we talked about earlier, insists, this is fine, so I don't need to face it. When your mind insists everything is perfectly fine while your life is clearly strained, you actually lose trust in your own experience. Positivity stops helping the exact second it disconnects from reality.
So that brings us right back to the crucial point we established at the beginning. Positivity does not erase reality. It's simply a tool for maintaining a livable relationship with reality. You don't have to choose between collapsing into negativity or pretending everything is sunshine and rainbows. You have a third option. Stay accurate, stay open, but don't become hopeless. Ultimately, your life satisfaction is deeply tied to the story you believe you're living inside. Your life is basically a biography written in real time. A negative mindset turns every hard chapter into hard evidence of failure, while a positive mindset treats those exact same chapters as part of a much larger story of growth and survival. So, as you author your own real-time biography, how are you choosing to interpret this current chapter?